territory. For others, it's tradition continued. For all, it's the chance of a lifetime. North Dakota's best battle for the ultimate prize today. Defending AA champ Dickinson Trinity faces upset-minded Hazen. Game 2 features a pair of time-honored programs. Fargo South, Bismarck High. The 2001 Dakota Bowl starts now. Crowned 2 champions, and now 4 wide-eyed hopefuls stand ready to stake their claims. Dickinson Trinity is looking to claim its 2nd straight title and its 2nd straight perfect season. The Hazen Bison, well, they're looking to claim some respect as well as a championship. They were shut out by Trinity in week 3. Nobody's giving Hazen much of a chance, and that's just the way the Bison like it. Hi again, everyone. Steve Hallstrom along with Pat Sweeney. Nice to have you with us today for the North Dakota AA and AAA championship games. Pat, we start today with a Trinity team looking for its 2nd straight 12-0 season. They are great on defense, just as good on offense, thanks in part to senior running back Kyle Steffes.
Kyle Steffes is a 6-footer, Trinity's top rusher and receiver, Steve. More than 1,000 yards on the ground, more than 200 yards receiving. And he's averaging almost 10 yards a carry. You talk about domination, that is it. I was just talking to longtime Dickinson sportscaster Rod Kleining, who's covered Dickinson sports since 1974. He says Kyle Steffes is the best player he has ever seen come out of Dickinson and one of the best backs in the state this year in any class.
On the other side of the football, the Titans are only giving up 8 points this year. That's not 8 points a game. That's 8 points all year long. Eric Woodman is our sideline reporter today. And Eric, if the Bison want to pull the upset, they're going to need a big day out of Paul Wallander.
Steve, you're absolutely right. Ever since the Hazen's Game 3 loss to Trinity, 27-0, they look to running back Paul Wallander. The sophomore has simply been stellar. Todd Johnson calls him the Barry Sanders of high school football. We'll see if he can actually prove that today. So far this year, Wallander has run for over 1,000 yards and has scored 17 touchdowns. He is not the biggest kid, but he is very fast and he knows how to find the end zone. One other tidbit of information for you guys. Todd Johnson, who has been coaching for 37 years, 21 at Hazen, and he won the state title in '96, tells me before the game that there is a very good chance this could be his last game as a head coach of the Bison. Back to you guys.
Very interesting stuff, Eric. You know, the Bison started out the year as pretty much a run-only offense, but they've developed a passing game in the late part of the year. They're going to need every weapon they can find today against this tough Trinity defense. We're ready to find out who will have the last word. Will it be Hazen or Dickinson Trinity? Kickoff is next on WDAY, WDAZ, KBMY, and KMCY.
The 2001 Dakota Bowl, brought to you live from the Fargo Dome in Fargo, North Dakota, is sponsored by Wells Fargo, The Next Stage, your Cenex and Pride convenience stores of North Dakota, Nodak Mutual Insurance, the Merchants of Maddox, Otter Tail Power Company, the Merchants of Harvey, Mericare Sports Medicine, Farmers Union Insurance, Sweeney Cleaners, Printer Solutions, National Muffler, Dr. Stephen M. Bagan of Eye Professionals, Hall GMC, Taco Bell, Shields, A Country Farm Credit Services, and Northern Region Cadillac Dealers.
Pat Sweeney, the numbers tell you just how dominant these two teams have been this year.
You're right, Steve. Dickinson Trinity averaging more than 300 rushing yards a game. This is just one of the most dominant teams we've ever seen in North Dakota high school football. And Hazen, 241. That's not bad either. Any other year, Todd Johnson was just saying that yesterday. Any other year, he said Hazen would be the top team in the state. But this is not like any other year for Dickinson Trinity. But you mentioned the passing, and both teams have opened it up a little bit. The last time we saw Hazen here in 1996 when they won it all, I think they ran every play except 1 or 2.
Well, the number we pointed out in the beginning of the show, how about that 0.9 points allowed per game? We're ready to kick this one off. It's Brandon Hancock booting it away. The short man takes it, number 22 for Dickinson Trinity. That's Jaden Nelson bringing it up just across the 40-yard line, and Dickinson Trinity will have the first offensive look of the ball game. And here's our first look at the starting lineup. The quarterback, Jacob Oderman. Number 4, the running back, Kyle Steffes. Kimball Fawatea is the fullback. Joey Steiner and Tyler Glasser are the receivers. On the line, it's Volk, Lynch, Oderman, the brother of the quarterback, Height, Carey. First play, Oderman swings it out near side, looking for Glasser. He's got it, shakes a tackle, out by the 50-yard line. A good gain on first down for Trinity. Starting defense on the Hazen side of the ball. Schramm, Berger, McConnell, and Geigley across the front line. Linebackers are Walden, Myra, Spears, and Grimm. Defensive backs, Marshall, Swenson, and Nathan Folk, number 6, the free safety. So a gain of 9 for the Trinity Titans on first down. Receivers each side. Kimball Fawatea up the middle, but a whistle blows this play dead really before it got going. Looked like some movement along the offensive line.
And that gives us a chance to mention our officials today. This crew from Williston: Dan Wick, Daryl Thompson, Jim Birch, Scott Rehack, and Mark Stenjum.
It was a false start on the offense. That'll back it up. It'll be a third down now and about 6 yards to go for the Titans. Their playoff run, 52-0 over Lisbon and 40-0 over Rugby. When you can outscore 2 teams in the state quarters and semis 92-0, you know you've got yourself a football team. Little double wing look now. Oderman calls his own number across the 50, inside to Hazen territory down at the 42-yard line. So the first carry for the senior quarterback results in a first down. Pat, these guys have just so many weapons, and there's not a whole lot of guys that you'll see, I guess, as far as number of weapons, but the ones they have in there are all equally potent.
Boy, he had me faked out. I thought Fawatea had the carry, and he faked out the Hazen defense, too. Look at that big hole that he had there.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Trinity on the Hazen 42. Just about a minute into the ball game. This is Steffes off the right side. Nothing much there. The Bison defense closes the gap off right tackle. It'll bring up a second down and about 8 yards to go.
And that's got to be a moral victory for the Hazen defense, just holding him to a few yards. We said he's averaging about 9 or 10 per carry. Matt Walden and Derek Grimm among those on the stop. Walden number 9 and Grimm number 10. Walden, a hard-nosed defensive leader. He's quite a story. We'll touch on him later.
Fake ball to the fullback, give it to Steffes off the right side, inside the 35-yard line, down to near the 30. Mark it at the 32. That's Nathan Folk up from the free safety spot to make the tackle. That's one thing Todd Johnson said this week that we cannot do. We cannot have Nathan Folk be our leading tackler this week, the 5'10", 175-pound senior. He's a good player, but we want those guys on the front 7 to be making most of the contact.
We're going to bring it in for a measurement. Those just haven't been holes. Those have been like freeways here in the early going.
So much is made, of course, of the skill players for this Trinity team, but that front line along the Trinity offense is so solid. Lynch at tackle, Oderman at left guard, Chad Height at center, Nathan Carey the right guard, and the right tackle, number 76, Casey Novotny, are the ones plowing open those holes for the backs. Now the teams have been ready for a while, and now the officials are ready to go too. So we've got ourselves a first down and 10 yards to go, 32-yard line. Oderman, inside handoff to Steffes. Nice job that time on the front line by number 55. That was Adam Geigley cutting in there from his right defensive end spot to trip up the running back. And his buddies closed in quickly, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
Nathan Carey, the man throwing the block that enabled the 2-yard gain. So it's 2nd and 8 here with 10 minutes to go.
Oderman fakes the give, fakes the pitch, fakes himself out maybe. Yep. Gives time for the pursuit to catch up. Number 52 in on the stop for Hazen. That's John Myra. 6 foot, 195-pound linebacker.
Looked like a little indecision there, Steve. He had Steffes behind him and made a couple of motions, but when you think too much, it's a little too late.
Well, Ryan Spears did a nice job that time. He went to the pitch man, made sure that that play was not open for Oderman, And Jacob had to turn the ball upfield. Draw play to Fawatea. He's got some room across the 25. Bowling over tacklers inside the 20. Out to right about the 20-yard line. That will go for a gain of about 10.
Fawatea just 5'6", but he's 212 pounds. He's a native of Hawaii of Samoan descent, and he's just a little water bug who is tough to bring down.
Looks a little like Jerome Bettis out there running through guys. Would rather run over you than through you, his coach says. So now it's 1st down and 10, just outside the 20-yard line. Steffes off the left side, bounces off 2 tacklers, off 3, 4. The ball comes loose at the end, but the officials will say he's down. What a great run, good help. The Hazen defense flocking en masse to the ball carrier, but some great balance and some great strength by Kyle Steffes picks up 5 yards on 1st down.
Steffes just does a great job following his blockers, and then he slips away from that tackle. Walden had him and lost him. Well, that might have been a little early whistle there. Was his knee down before he lost the ball? I don't know.
Well, the back judge emphatically ruled that his knee was down, so give him the benefit of the doubt. He saw that one pretty well.
He's closer than I am.
Stack line now for the Titans. They'll give it up the middle. I believe that was Fawatea coming through out of the fullback position for the carry. Indeed it was. He gains about, well, we'll call it 3 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3 yards to go.
Fawatea just has that ability to bounce off people, and we saw a lot of second effort yesterday. Moral victory there for Hazen again, just to try to contain him, and that forces a 3rd and short here for the Titans.
Big 3rd down play now for the Hazen defense, looking to shut down this potent Trinity offense. Oderman steps inside the tackle, cuts it up to about the 10-yard line. Judging from that spot, it should be a 1st down.
Mike Schramm, number 76, in on the stop, and yes, he did just get enough for it, about maybe a yard.
Dan Wick signals that indeed it was a 1st down. So now the Titans, it looks like just outside the 10-yard line, would be able to get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown, but the odds of that happening are fairly slim because there's not much room between the nose of that football and the 10-yard line. 7:27 to go, 1st quarter. Nice to have you with us from the Fargo Dome today. Dickinson Trinity on his 1st offensive drive. Pitch to Kyle Steffes. Looks outside, cuts inside, runs through, and tackle to the goal line. Touchdown, Trinity! That's what makes him so special, the blend of strength, speed, and quickness, Pat Sweeney, and it's 6-0 Dickinson Trinity.
Following the block of Fawatea, and then the cut, and the slash, and the bounce, and the effort, and he's in. I mean, he has some speed, no doubt about it, Steve.
Zared Leffer now in to attempt the extra point, but before we do, the officials will have something to say. And call you normally see on defensive offsides. See if we can pick up the call. Possibly some sort of illegal formation movement on the line. At any rate, it turns this into a fairly interesting extra point now. Would be called a 25-yard field goal were it to be for 3 points. It'll count as 1. And it will count as 1. So Trinity strikes first with 7:16 to play in the 1st quarter. It's Dickinson Trinity 7, Hazen nothing.
Wells Fargo is only checking accounts, you're not seeing the whole picture. Wells Fargo Portfolio Management Account, mutual funds, annuities, stocks and bonds. Talk to one of our representatives about how to start reaching your goals today. Now you get the picture. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
In North Dakota, pride and performance go hand in hand. It's forming unspoken friendships. It's trusting neighbors, supporting community. And for 70 years, it's how Cenex has been doing business in North Dakota. You'll always receive high-quality, dependable Clean Guard gasolines, backed by the Cenex Performance Promise. You've got our word on it. Cenex Clean Guard gasolines, where pride and performance meet. Only at your local Cenex and Pride convenience store.
It's 7-0 Dickinson Trinity after a Kyle Steffes touchdown run.
10-yard touchdown run, and once he made that cut, you just had the feeling that he was going to get in, given his reputation, and he didn't disappoint. Falatea sprung him, and he took the lane and just ran over people.
Kickoff on the way. Back deep to return it is Nathan Folk. He'll take it at his 8-yard line. Up the middle, not much room. And the Trinity pursuit catches up with the 22. In on the tackle there, number 50 for the Titans. That's Nathan Lynch, 6'1" senior linebacker. So our first chance to take a look at the Hazen offense. Quarterback Chris Marshall, the running backs Wallander and McConnell, split end Blake Olson, and the flankers Eric Swenson. On the line, Geigley at the tackle, Walsvik and Smith are the guards. Chase at center, Schramm at right tackle, Matt Walden is the tight end. By the way, the tight end is the leading receiver on this team. 22 catches for 337 yards and 4 touchdowns. Fake to the fullback, rolling right now is Marshall. Throwing deep upfield, looking for Folk, and it is knocked away, almost intercepted, and it is intercepted. Picked off, that's Glasser, bringing it back inside the 30-yard line. And the first turnover of the game goes Dickinson Trinity's direction.
And give an assist to Kyle Steffes. Number 4 tipped it, number 3, Tyler Glasser, caught it.
Well, I thought that ball had bounced and hit the floor, but a nice job here. We'll get to see it again.
Todd Johnson going for a little surprise here on the opening play. It goes off of Steffes' hands, who had position on the receiver, right into the hands of Glasser. And all he had to do was head back the other way with plenty of room, and Trinity in good shape inside the 30.
Well, a nightmare start for the Bison. Oderman now pitches to Steffes. Not much room. Gets to the corner, but great job of pursuit that time by the Bison defense. That's Folk, number 6. Also number 3, Eric Swenson. Senior defensive back in on the play, and the Bison did a nice job of stringing this play to the sideline.
Kind of a long pitch, and that helped the Hazen defense get a little time to converge on Steffes and limit him to a very short game. Dickinson Trinity Titans here looking at 2nd down and a long 9.
Oderman brings him to the line. Give to Falatea up the middle, bursting into the secondary. Inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line.
He knocked Eric Swenson's helmet right off. The guy who finally stopped him. Unbelievable. I mean, it's like the 5'6" Falatea just came out of a rocket, took the alley up the middle, and whammo, off goes the helmet.
Some great blocking at the point of attack by the Dickinson Trinity line. Now it's 1st and 10 on the 13. Oderman give to Falatea inside the 5, churning inside to the 3-yard line.
Well, why not? It worked before and it works again. Kimball Falatea, the little big man, getting very close to a 1st down, and you said it, Steve. I mean, just look at the blocking. They're just blowing people away. He slipped away from that man grabbing his shirt behind him, and again, it's the same guys. Number 3, Eric Swenson, and number 6, Nathan Falk, making the tackle.
2nd and 1 now from the 3. Give to Steffes inside the 1, close to the goal line. They'll whistle him down about 2 feet short. When you can establish that fullback, it opens up so much for an offense, because then you have to sell out for the quick hitter. And it gives you some time. A guy coming through a half second or a second later will oftentimes find a lot of room after the fullback has gone through and taken some tacklers in there. So now a 1st down and goal inside the 1-yard line. Dickinson Trinity already with a 7-0 lead here with 5:45 to play. Give to Steffes, hit hard at the line. Tries to struggle to the goal line. No signal yet. They'll mark him down short. Nice stand by the Bison defense. That gives the Hazen fans something to cheer about, urging on their team.
Looks like 52 John Myra and number 9 Matt Walden. Actually Walden on the outside there, but Myra was the man who made the hit to save the touchdown. But Trinity with another chance here, second down.
Second and goal from about the 6-inch line. Oderman tries to sneak, nothing there. The Bison are tough inside the 1. Fake give to Fawatea off the left side, and Oderman on just kind of a follow option sort of a play. But the Bison defense did a nice job, and Oderman will lose a yard.
Well, after that mistake on the interception, some confidence building here for the Hazen Bison. Again, we see John Myra 52, 76, the captain Mike Schramm, and let's see if they can hold him on third and goal.
Oderman pitch to Steffes, cuts inside and into the end zone for a score.
Well, we see more of that quickness from Kyle Steffes, just hurdling a man there and then bulling his way in. I mean, he just goes right into traffic. He's not afraid to thread that needle, and that's just what he did there.
Kyle Steffes, the leader on the offense. The extra point by Leffer is no good. And so it remains 13-0. Dickinson Trinity with a lead at the 4:35 mark of the second quarter. You're watching the Dakota Bowl AA Championship on WDAY, WDAZ, KBMY, and KMCY.
What helps Papa Murphy's win Pizza Chain of the Year? Dough made fresh daily? You betcha. The freshest quality ingredients? Always. 100% real cheese? Oh yeah. But what really made it happen? You did. Because they know their pizza tastes best when it comes hot out of your oven. They make it, you bake it. It's that easy. To celebrate, get a family-sized super fresh Hawaiian pizza for just $7.99. Papa Murphy's Take and Bake. Pizza Chain of the Year.
Came from that area over there.
I was there shortly after the tornado hit.
Did enough damage.
There was nothing left.
Trucks were destroyed, their tractors were destroyed.
Just blew away. It literally demolished our farm, but with the help of Nodec Mutual Insurance Company, we're still here.
We can come in there, wrap arms around them as a company and say, we'll be there.
We've rebuilt, thanks to Nodec Mutual.
The touchdown by Steffes is second of the first quarter. Pat makes it 13-0.
I'm sorry, Steve. He just hurdled a man there. Ryan Spears, number 19. All Kyle Steffes needs is just the slightest opening, and he'll hurt you. Todd Johnson said yesterday, the Hazen coach, he said, if we make any mistakes, we're in big trouble. And that series proved it. They turn it over on their first play from scrimmage on an interception by Tyler Glosser, and it winds up in another touchdown by Steffes. So Trinity with 13 points in a span of less than 3 minutes.
The Trinity offense has run about a dozen plays so far here in this first quarter. The Hazen offense has run one. The first offensive play of the game for the Bison was intercepted. Total offense there you see it 92-0 in favor of the defending champs. Joe Volk with a kickoff, squirts out of bounds inside the 5-yard line, and he'll be brought back, and Hazen will start with very good field position. Todd Johnson told us that he believes that Dickinson Trinity is going to score at least 3 times. So he says we have to score 3 times ourselves to have a chance of winning the ball game. I don't think that he envisioned that with 4:35 to go, his team would have been scored on twice already. Eric Whitman has a report from the sidelines. Eric.
Thanks, guys. Randy Gordon, head coach of the Titans, told his guys to be prepared for the run. They tried throwing them off a little bit, the Bison did, by throwing the ball early, but they're going to go back to the run and watch for the Titans to bring the pressure. He wants to see a full-out blitz. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Eric. Hardest working sideline guy in the business right there. We appreciate him very much. 1st and 10 for Hazen at the 35-yard line. Marshall gives it. Sean McConnell, the first man through. Not much there. Stood up by the Trinity defense. Number 73 in on the play. That's Brent Marshbecker, among others.
Boy, he was just surrounded in a hurry, and that Marshbecker just met him immediately and then It was just a matter of time before some of his pals came out to help, including number 50, Nathan Lynch. So Todd Johnson, at least on the first play of this series, they did not turn it over, but they only got a 1-yard gain, if that.
Well, you start with the modest accomplishments and work from there.
That's right.
2nd down and 9 now for Hazen. Marshall back to pass. Near side, throwing and catching is Wallander, but a nice tackle there. Nathan Lynch coming out from his linebacker spot to make the tackle a very short gain. Actually, they're going to mark it as no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Right, Lynch read that play very well, and they got the man in the open field, and he hauls him down right at the line of scrimmage. So Todd Johnson trying the run, then trying the pass. We'll see what he does now on 3rd and a long 9.
So tough to stretch laterally against this Dickinson Trinity defense because it runs so well. Marshall now on 3rd and long. Little fake option to the near side. Keeps his footing across the 40. A nice gain out to the 44-yard line. Depending on the mark, though, it will be about 1.5 yards short of the 1st down.
Hazen's been running that option game, and they say it's worked very well the last 5 games, and they catch Trinity a little bit off guard here. Nice moves there by Chris Marshall to pick up some extra yardage, and we'll see if Hazen goes for it here.
Well, an interesting decision. You're down 13-0, and the last thing you want to do is give the Titans possession inside your own territory. But Todd Johnson says, we need to establish something. Let's give it to our guys and see what happens. Marshall, give. That's McConnell. Bowls over a tackler. Oh, across the 50-yard line and inside Dickinson Trinity territory. What a big confidence boost that'll be for that Hazen offense.
Sean McConnell is Hazen's bruiser, 6 feet, 225-pound senior. He says, hey, Mr. Fawatea, we can do that too. And look at all the red shirts it takes to bring him down.
A great job on the left side of the line of scrimmage by that Hazen offense. Geigley, the left tackle, Walsvik, the guard, John Chase at center. And it's 1st and 10 now at the Dickinson Trinity 49. This is Wallander, cuts back, finds some room, struggles near the 45-yard line. He is a shifty one, Paul Wallander.
And John Oderman found that out. Trying to come over from his defensive tackle position, number 71. He's the one who let him slip by him before number 56 there, Brandon Stevenson, finally made the contact to bring him down. But little confidence here for Hazen, getting a little roll here, past midfield.
What a great backfield tandem that is. McConnell with the power, Wallander with the quickness. They'll go to the power this time. McConnell keeping his footing inside the 40-yard line, down to the 38. And now there's a little spring in the step of the Bison offense, and the fans on the far side of the Fargo Dome have something to get fired up about.
Spring in their step indeed, Steve. A little slip away there from number 32, Joe Volk. And it's another 1st down. McConnell just running over people.
Great blocking by Ryan Smith, the guard, and Mike Schramm, the 6'4", 290-pound senior tackle. 1st and 10 at the 38. Give to McConnell, and this time the Titan defense is there.
John Oderman ready for him that time, number 71. 6 foot 1 inch defensive tackle. They call him the Beast. He's the twin brother of the quarterback, Jacob Oderman.
Jacob says, my brother got the size, but I got the good looks. This Trinity defense only allowing 55 total yards a game, 42 on the ground, 13 through the air. Marshall rolling right, finds a little bit of room, but the Titans are there in good numbers, and that'll be stopped at about the 36-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 yards to go.
54, Nathan Carey making the stop from his linebacker position and limiting the play to a 1-yard gain. You see Marshall trying to hit the brakes and cut it back up, but he runs right into coverage. 54, Carey, and 32 in there, Joe Volk.
Chad Hyde doing a nice job of playing off his block and slowing that play up. Marshall back to pass, looking near side, looking for Volk, but swatted away. A great play by Glasser. Volk had a step, the ball just hung a bit, and that gave time for Glasser to get over there and make a play.
Well, they tried it on the far side of the field. Hazen did on their first play of the game. Now they try it to the near side, and the same receiver. And it's the man who got the interception last time, Tyler Glasser, breaking this one up. So now what does Hazen do here on 4th and long?
Well, the first time the Bison were confronted with a 4th down situation, they went for it, but that was 4th down and
4th and short.
About 2 yards. This is a little beefier here, but the Bison are going to go for it. Marshall back to pass, setting up a screen near side to Wallander. He's got it, shakes a tackle, but great pursuit by the Trinity defense, turns the ball over.
54 Nathan Carey and 56 Brandon Stevenson got around that screen and snuffed that one out at the line of scrimmage. Good call if you're Hazen. You think you got the blocking there, but look at Stevenson right around the blocks. They kind of did an end around there, and nobody picked those guys up. And Stevenson and Carey put the Trinity offense back on the field here, 1st and 10 from the 36.
And so the Titans with a 13-0 first quarter lead. Odegaard, the slant to Glasser. He's got it into the secondary, inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. Jacob Oderman fires a strike to the cutting Tyler Glasser. And the Titans are inside Hazen territory as we begin the second quarter. It's 13-0 after 1 in favor of Trinity. You're watching high school championship football on WDAY, WDAZ, KBMY, and KMCY.
Strong hands to guide you.
You're never alone with Farmers Union Insurance. Your local agent can help you develop a life insurance plan that will take care of the many financial requirements your family may face, from estate planning to education for your children to retirement income.
Safe in the feeling, you're never alone.
Farmers Union Insurance. Protect your family from financial uncertainty.
The observance of Veterans Day this year takes on extra meaning as we continue our military action against terrorism.
On November 11th, WDAY 6 News would like to not only honor those who have died serving our country in the military, but also those who died in the recent acts of terrorism.
Those people have given the ultimate sacrifice in preserving our freedom.
We at WDAY 6 News will continue to keep those who are currently defending us in our thoughts as we pay our respects to veterans this Veterans Day.
Kelly Stone, weekday mornings on First News.
The Americare Sports Medicine scoreboard says Dickinson Trinity 13, Hazen nothing as we begin the second quarter of play. Pat, one of the toughest plays to defend in all of football is the quick slant when it's properly executed.
And we see an example of the speed and strength of Tyler Glasser. He carries this man about 10 yards. And I think that was Nathan Falk who finally brought him down. But that's just incredible.
So now the Titans work right to left on your screen. Oderman cuts inside a tackler. Hit as he throws. He's got a man open. It's Steiner, but it's just overthrown. Steiner on just a fly route, it looked like, had a step on the defender, but a nice job of the defensive pressure by the Hazen front four. Forced Oderman to throw maybe just a hair early.
And he even had a little bit of room in front of him. Looked like he was thinking about taking it himself, but he just overshot his man who had a step or two on the defense.
That was Matt Walden applying the heat. Eric Widman, what do you have?
Last break, he wants him to keep their eyes on Oderman's eyes, Jacob Oderman's eyes, because he thinks they're not watching him and paying attention. That's what's giving up the toss. Back to you guys.
Oderman option right, pitches to Steffes, shakes a tackle, shakes a couple. The ball is loose and the Bison have it. It's Chris Marshall inside the 20. He's going to score. And the Bison have a touchdown. But there's a flag on the field, and let's see what the officials have to say.
They threw the flag back at the 30-yard line. Steffes did a lot of tap dancing over there. And the Trinity fans are cheering.
I could not see the number of the fella running the football back because he was running, I guess, perpendicular, you'd say, to where we were at. But Chris Marshall, the quarterback, also defensive back, took it back the distance. A great run by Steffes trying to find extra yardage, but a better play by the Hazen defense to strip the football. But it looks like, Pat, we're going to have a face mask call or something like that. And that will bring the football back, and adding insult to injury that time, it looks like the penalty will also give the Titans a first down.
Boy, just when Hazen thinks it gets a break, it is a face mask call against the Hazen Bison, and let's see if we can pick it up here. That pitch was very, very late. Now the tap dancing routine comes, and it looks like number 9, was it? Walden, popping the ball loose. And it was number 4 there, Chris Marshall, the quarterback, picking it up, but it's all back.
Titans with new life. Fawatea crashing inside near the 10-yard line. Boy, would this game have taken a dramatic turn, Pat Sweeney, if that touchdown would have counted for the Bison.
Well, again, Todd Johnson said yesterday, we can't make any mistakes. And then when they thought they had a break, they make a mistake to negate the whole thing. And they could have been right back in business, possibly within 5 points for the 2-point conversion. Instead, now Trinity has a chance to pad its 13-0 lead here from the 10.
Kimball Fawatea averaging 7.3 yards a carry this year. Fantastic numbers for the senior fullback. Fake to Fawatea. Steffes walks into the end zone for a Trinity touchdown. Just like that, we go from a 13-6, maybe a 13-7 game, to a 19-0 football game. That misdirection with the fullback paying dividends.
Boy, they blocked well. Just gave him plenty of room on that left side, and Steffes winds up with his 3rd touchdown of the game. 2 10-yarders and 1 2-yarder, and they'll try for 2 here.
Out of the I backfield, now Oderman throws to the end zone. Caught, Joey Steiner for 2. So with 10:51 to play in the second quarter, it's Dickinson Trinity 21, Hazen nothing. The first time we've really seen the Trinity Titans going to the air for the 2-point conversion. Here's another look at the score.
You see 54 there, Nathan Carey springing the outside block, and all Steffes had to do was just march right in there. And I asked the Trinity coaches yesterday, I mean, why has this team been so good? Why, you know, why so dominated? What are you doing? And he said, we're not doing any, the assistant coaches said, we're not doing anything fancy. The guys just play solid football. They're smart kids. They're talented. You know, and they really haven't done anything out of the ordinary. They just get the job done, and it's 21-0 here with 10:51 left until halftime.
Well, Todd Johnson said we have to score 3 times because we know that Trinity is going to score 3 times. Well, Trinity's done its part so far.
Yeah, he told us yesterday we could hold them to 21 points and still lose 21-0. Well, they're already there. Randy Gordon, the former Killdeer coach at his 15th year at Trinity, and Todd Johnson at age 58 has said this could be it for him. 21st year at Hazen. He says he's got 206 career wins, and the kids got all of them for me. He said they're responsible. And that's good to hear the coach say that the players deserve the credit, as any coach will tell you.
I always enjoy that when coaches give credit to the players. Sometimes you'll hear a coach saying, well, I've won, or I beat him 3 times last year. Just refreshing when the coaches take it upon themselves to give the kids the credit.
As good as your material.
There you go. Volk the kick. Back to get it is Swenson. At his 10-yard line, comes near side. Not much room there. Good pursuit. Jesse Kovash in on the tackle for Dickinson Trinity, and Hazen will get its 3rd possession of the football game now at its own 23, we'll call it 24-yard line.
Jesse Kovash shook off a block there. He's the cousin of former Sioux quarterback Todd Kovash, who now runs a sporting goods store in Dickinson.
Hazen offense averaging 239 rushing yards a game, 92 through the air. 331 offensive yards. Coach Johnson says after we played Dickinson Trinity the first time, we realized we were too one-dimensional. It was run all the time. And if we were going to be a contender, we needed to learn how to throw the football as well. He said that game kind of showed us the light. Sean McConnell finding some light over the 30-yard line, gets it out to about the 31. Nice gain on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And Pat, even though the scoreboard is pretty lopsided now in favor of the Titans, you get the sense that the Hazen Bison have got their feet underneath them now and they're playing with a little more confidence.
Well, they had a nice drive going there. They had 29 yards rushing on that last series and picked up a few first downs. And McConnell there again shows his power, straight ahead running and bowling over people, and good gain on first down.
2 receivers to the left side, backs in the eye. This is McConnell again, bounces off a tackle, finds some room across the 40-yard line. A first down carry out to the 43 for Sean McConnell. And now the big senior fullback is getting his looks too.
I have a feeling we're going to see him a lot. The way he's been going here, why not keep giving it to him? He just bowls over number 32 there, Joe Volk, and 71, John Oderman got by him. I mean, this guy just never quits.
And when you can establish that fullback, it opens up so much more for the offense on play action. First down now at the Hazen 43. Marshall fakes the pitch up the middle. Pitch is now Wallander. A great job to get that pitch. Now a great job to cut inside. And how did he ever get 3 yards on that run? What a great play by Paul Wallander.
Boy, when you cut it back, you're playing with fire, but he got away with it. Picked up, what, about 3 yards on that play?
It looks so promising, then it looks so dangerous. Look at the blocking this time by the Hazen guys on the front line.
I mean, just to reel that in from behind him, and then he cuts in front of his own man, picks up a nice block there from Corey Berger, 74.
Corey Berger with a great block on that play. Trinity defense now stepping up on 2nd down and 7. McConnell not finding much room that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. 8:55 to play, 2nd quarter. Nice to have you with us from the Fargo Dome today for the state AA championship game. Once we're done crowning a champion here in the AA ranks, we invite you to stay with us for our AAA final between 2 unbeatens. What a great game that will be. Bismarck and Fargo South after the conclusion of this game. Now some movement along the line. The Hazen fans are cheering.
Some jumping on either end of that Trinity defensive line.
Looked like maybe the quarterback Marshall went in with a hard count. And a nice job of strategy there working on the Hazen offense. 3rd and 2, Pat, looks a heck of a lot better than 3rd and 7.
Yes, indeed.
I really didn't leave you much to say there that time, did I? That's a bad play-by-play announcer thing to do.
Right you are, Steve. What is that? Wait, let me read my cue card. Right you are, Steve. Thanks.
3rd and 2 now for Hazen.
Isn't that a line from Major League?
Well, nobody's looking for a set of white walls here. The throw near side, actually far side to Paul Wallander. No good. It'll bring up another 4th and 2. Wasn't that the line the guy was called to ask if he wanted to manage the Indians next year?
Oh, that's right.
I don't know. Can you hang on? I got a guy on the line about a set of white walls.
What hidden talent we're finding today.
It's really scary, actually.
Rich Little Jr.
Where this game will go, or where this brain will go.
If the score keeps going, we may hear a few more of those.
Well, where will the Hazen offense go on 4th and 2? Backs in a pro set. Give to McConnell. Surging, working, bouncing, but stopped short of a first down by the Trinity defense. Just nothing open at the point of attack. McConnell worked and worked, gave everything he had, but there were too many Titans there, and it'll be first down Dickinson Trinity.
That was the irresistible force against the immovable objects. You see Nathan Carey, number 54, making the first contact to slow him down, and he tried and tried and tried, but the Titans just finished him off, and now they get the ball in decent field position at the 49 of Trinity with 8:14 left.
The Titans have enjoyed great field position through the first quarter and a half of this ball game. Now Oderman brings him to the line. Rolling left, flag thrown on the play, throwing, hit as he throws. Inside, that's Glasser to the 30-yard line, to the 29. We had a flag in the offensive backfield before that play ever got started, and I've got a sneaky feeling this one's coming back.
They sent Steffes in motion and sent him deep to the left side as kind of a decoy. And caught Glasser slanting over the middle.
And it was a false start on the offense. Boy, Jacob Oderman really throws a nice football, though, Pat, and Glasser's there for the catch when called on.
Yes, he is. You did it again. No, Tyler Glosser I wanted to mention. He's the son of the now former Trinity girls basketball coach, Steve, who just resigned yesterday after a tough regional. Bowman upset the Trinity Titans to go to state.
So the Hazen defense with a reprieve on the first down penalty, make it 1st down and 15 now for Dickinson Trinity on its own 44-yard line. 8:06 to go, second quarter, 21-0 Dickinson Trinity. And looking for more, Oderman giving to Fawatea. Not much there, but finds a crack, gets up near the 48-yard line. And he'll get back the penalty yardage, make it 2nd down at about 10.
When they put Steffes in motion, you have to respect that given his talent. And then they wind up giving to the fullback, Fawatea, a nice cut, but he was caught from behind, and then on the side there, 76, Mike Schramm finishing him off. But he got back to the original line of scrimmage, and now it's 2nd and 10.
Our production staff doing a great job giving you an extra look at those plays here from the Fargo Dome this weekend.
Looked like Nathan Lynch jumped offside on the left end of the line for Trinity.
Well, what's the old saying? 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It seems like the Titans are taking 1 step forward and 1 step back. 5-yard penalty, a 5-yard gain, and now another 5-yard penalty. So I guess really it was 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Not that anyone really cares.
5 yards forward and 5 yards back again, huh?
Either way. Bottom line, it's a 2nd and 15 now from the 44-yard line. Dickinson Trinity has scored on its first 3 drives. 3 Kyle Steffes touchdown runs, 10 yards, 2 yards, and 12 yards. It's 21-0. Oderman faking up the middle, thought about pitching it, decides to keep it, rumbles across the 50-yard line. One of the things the Bison are doing is a nice job of getting to the pitch man and forcing the quarterback to turn the ball upfield.
And once again, they get back actually just a yard or so past the original line of scrimmage. Blocking just didn't develop there with Nathan Lynch in front of him. He couldn't hold off the tough Hazen defense here, and now it's a 3rd and long. So a good stand here for Hazen so far.
Outside linebacker Ryan Spears doing a nice job honoring the pitch. Oderman wants to throw. He lets it go deep, and it's caught. Joey Steiner inside the 20-yard line. Wasn't sure who that pass was intended for because there were 2 receivers in the same spot.
I was thinking the same thing. I was watching Tyler Glosser, number 3, coming in from the far side, thinking, okay, this is coming his way, and all of a sudden here comes Steiner across from the left side.
I think Glosser might have broken off his route, decided to try to make something happen, but ran right into the pass pattern run by Joey Steiner.
There's Steiner, and then Glosser coming in from behind, but either way, it's 1st and 10 for the Trinity Titans.
Boy, Chris Marshall had great coverage that time, just a better throw by Oderman, and he's got some kind of arm, does Jacob Oderman. We're going to have a personal foul roughing the passer. Looked like maybe a late hit on Oderman. And now the short field gets shorter for the Bison defense. 6:43 to go, second quarter. You get the feeling if Hazen wants to mount a charge in this game, they're really going to have to turn back the Trinity offense right here. To go 4 scores down to this offense, the way the first half has gone, maybe a hill too steep to climb.
The flag was thrown way back at the Trinity 45-yard line, so the official has to hustle back and retrieve it, and that's what we're waiting for.
Great quickness being shown by this officiating crew.
Now we're set.
So it's 1st and goal for the Titans on the 8-yard line. 4 receivers in the pattern now. Fawatea, the only back behind Oderman. He gets the carry. Not much there. The Bison defense stout. Mike Schramm in on the tackle. And so was number 9, Matt Walden.
Well, the Bison defense needs a goal line stand here just to stay in the game. Trinity unable to penetrate there, and the Bison digging in here, 2nd down and goal from the 8.
Oderman fakes to Fawatea. Now the play opens to his left, scrambles inside the 5, reaches for the goal line, but the officials will say that his knee was down.